RealAgriculture.com's coverage of the 2011 Farm Progress Show in Regina is brought to you by Morris. So Sid, when we look at Meridian's bin product line, do these bins have a fit on commercial farms?
Yes, they do. They obviously, we don't make bins that are 50,000 bushels or 20,000 bushel storage. Our largest is 10,000 bushel. But on all farms, commercial included, there's a need for fertilizer storage of different volumes, seed grain, and anytime a guy needs to small lots of grain, 10,000 and under, that you want to try and manage, whether IP or special grade or variety that you're trying to separate. Not all grain is feed grain, and it needs to be handled appropriately. So, yes.
So some farmers might look at it and say, yeah, but there's a cost level. Is that necessarily true?
That's a perception that if it's got a Meridian decal on it and it's nice white powder coated bin, that it's got to be that much more money than other product out there is specifically galvanized. And being honest, 10, 15 years ago there was quite a price spread between our bins, our smooth wall, and a galvanized. But now when you get into these larger bins on a hopper, they're very, very close. Sometimes we've been on our grain series, they're not lined for fertilizer, but on our grain series of these, they're actually less expensive than some of the galvanized bolt together.
So what makes the smooth wall bin different and better?
Well, I guess, just visibly you can see that the fact that there's no ribs. There's no place for any dust, dirt, grain, or anything to hang up on. When it comes to unloading, it's very smooth and very clean unload. There's also obviously no bolts. There's no stiffness. There's nothing for anything to hang up on. No bugs, no contamination of any kind at all. So we powder coat the inside of those, like in our fertilizer series. So that also increases the slip factor, huge slip factor difference. So when you've got tough grain or commodities that tend to ridge up, fertilizer being one, that slip factor is very important.
So things aren't getting hung up in the bin and contaminating the next lot that you're putting in there.
Yeah, that's right. I think most farmers have realized over the years the necessity to have clean storage. That is where bugs, the worst predominant is where you've got a bin that you don't take the care to cleaning it out. And farmers are telling us constantly they literally go up with a rubber hammer to clean this bin out. They never have to enter the bin. Well, the efficiency gained in that kind of an application is huge, because you want to be able to do this, but you get into a bolt together bin, which we've got some of those here as well, on a hopper. You can't get into them to clean them out. So you do the best you can with a beating and that, but you've got all the hang up and that on all the thousands of thread bolts and ribs and stiffeners and things like that.
So do you have less chance of having a bug infestation in one of your bins as opposed to a ribbed one?
It's a good question. We've actually now for a number of years, this is going on, it's over 5 years now, we've been asking our dealers and customers that we come in contact with, have you got bugs or have you had bugs in one of our bins? And we've yet to find a situation where the answer is yes. It's not very scientific. We've been asking that question at all of our dealer events and whenever we run across customers. There's a few reasons for it. Obviously, cleanliness is one of them. You got to be clean to eliminate bugs. The other thing that we've noticed over the years, we've done some testing on this, is how much cooler product is in our bin versus a galvanized. Part of it's the color, it is lighter, but part of it is just obviously you look at a galvanized bin, 50% of a corrugated bin absorbs the sun, and every inch of our sidewall reflects the sun. And it's, again, not very scientific, but it's amazing how all those different factors combined add up to no bugs. And so that's been our situation so far.